Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley unboxing Matchbox 2023 P case, which means I can't remember what mix this is. I'll say it in the title, maybe 3? If I remember, they go by a different, they obviously go alphabetically, but they don't reset every year like Hot Wheels does. Nonetheless, one thing I am noticing, this is a 24 count case of basics, but it's shaped differently. Notice that. It used to be more of a rectangular shape. This is now more square. So we're just going to open it up and see what is inside. A little bit, this came from Mattel. It's hard to keep up with Matchbox this year. I'm trying to do these Matchbox Mondays and everything. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. There's just a lot of good stuff coming out. And I've previewed some basics. This might be some of the stuff I previewed. It may not be. We're just going to open it up. I think it is. So we're just going to look at that. So let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 count case. This is a little bit easier. It's less awkward, I think, these cases, doing it this way. So let's go ahead. I'm actually going to turn it this way so we can make this work here on this beautiful spring day. And we'll start at the top. It's going to be hard for me to remember what are repeats and what are not, but we do start with the Polaris Ranger, which I don't think is a new casting. Maybe it is. And then the Tesla Model Y in white, which looks really, really nice. We're getting the X's and the Y's, and just the way they've been done, the X's are a little smaller than the Y's, and then there's the moving parts X and everything else anyway. Trying to stay up with it. So we get a second Polaris Ranger for those that like the Polaris Ranger. There's the artwork. And then the 1975 Opel Kadett, one of the best castings from last year. That Leipzig show version in 4 different colors was amazing. This one gets a little bit less of the racing look and more of a plain look, which I love, in this orange with the hub rims, headlights, tail lights. That's definitely a highlight from this case. I'm going to put it. Matchbox tends to have a lot of highlights in their cases these days, right? So it's not like I have to differentiate a lot, but I'll put them off to the side. 2 of the 2018 Dodge Chargers in black. There's the artwork right there. Beautiful. This is a cool casting. Looks really nice in black with the darker rims. Kind of appropriate, kind of really nice Matchbox model for sure. New casting was this a new casting last year? I can't remember. 2019 Volkswagen Beetle convertible in red. 2 of those. There's the artwork as well. Not too much to go over here, but they're nice. Garbage King. That's a casting that's been around a long time. It's been modified a couple of times. A lot of people like this casting. It is very realistic, all things considered. A little bit more plastic than it used to have, but that's still okay because it does have the metal cab, I think. So that's okay. I mean, as far as Matchbox, when they do these kind of utility vehicles, I actually like you can add the plastic there in the utility. It's on the realistic models like this one. You don't want to see too much plastic. Tesla Roadster in silver now. We have an opening door version. We have the white version that was the special, that Earth Day version that they did. And then they've got the dark charcoal and satin red. So this casting is really kind of forming nicely. We're getting a lot of cool ones. I'm going to put that in the highlight pile. I noticed that we have a second one down below here. And we also have another utility car, the Plowmaster, which is, of course, a plow. I've seen a lot of those this winter, and it's kind of nice considering the green grass and everything. I'm not having to see as much. I don't know, it might be a little fluky snow here and there, but nice to see them being retired for the time being. International E-Star, we've seen that a lot in a lot of the EV themed packs. It seems to be, this is the Cargo Couriers. This is the 2016 Nissan Sentra, which is nice as well. New casting. Kind of cool. I like when they do cars like this that you just see on the road, not in a particular souped up version, just a nice, cool replica. And we just do that that same setup again, right there in the 24 count case. You're seeing more repeats, which I think, before it was like you get these mixes and they weren't repeating at all. So you had to get that mix in order to get the cars in it. Now you're seeing some holdovers from previous cases. You're seeing more repeats. There's just a lot of Matchbox coming out, so you don't have to feel as desperate that you're going to miss something, right? If they'll pick up again. Some of these castings will pick up these popular castings again, so it's kind of nice. 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and the Curtis Sport Car, the 1949 Curtis Sport Car. Jeep Gladiator looks cool in black. So yeah, I kind of like that they're doing this. I mean, I'll always say it's good one or the other, but it's just, you know, you want to be able. There doesn't have to be anything rare about these, is what I'm saying. Chases, that's different, but it's the same duo right there. And then two each of the Audi e-tron. Really like this casting. Car is the car. I mean, but one of the things I like about Matchbox is they do replicas of cars that I don't have strong opinions on, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm always excited when they do really cool cars that I like, but it's kind of nice to fill in some gaps like this with something like the Audi e-tron. Like, it's nice. It's a nice SUV, a sensible SUV that probably passes by my house 1,000 times. I see millions of them here. And here's a replica of that. The grill looks nice. They're just nicely detailed. But you don't have to have a lot of passion for them. Now, this is different, right? This is a car that I think is so cool, and it's so nice that Matchbox did and gave it that Matchbox realistic treatment. It is the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, and it's a great casting. Black last year, red this year. There's been no other versions, right? If I remember correctly, I think this is the second in red, but two of those. There you go. Nice, simple case. I think there's some really good cars in here that I don't think anyone will have any problem getting. Highlights for me, Mitsubishi 3000 GT for sure. I really like the Tesla Roadster casting. I wasn't doing some other highlights. I'll have to look. The Opel Kadett is fantastic. And I have to say, I think I was talking about that Audi. I really like this Sentra. I think the Sentra is a cool casting, very Matchbox-esque. We'll leave it at that. You guys tell me what you think. I think this mix is out now. It's been out for a while. I think people are finding it, but I just got it from Mattel. There is your unboxing. Thanks, everybody. Bye.